Hey guys, so I'm going to be trying out three things today that I have not used before. I just recently bought a blue mascara. This is the Essence I Love Extreme Blue Crazy Volume Mascara, and so that's going to be fun. And then I've got this blue lipstick that I've had for a while, and I just have not used it in a video yet, but I'm dying to try it out. It's the Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in number 43, Midnight Mystery. And we'll be trying that out. And I also want to try out that an eyeshadow that I just pressed. I found a pigment in my pigment drawer that was not labeled, and I was like, well, why don't I just make it into an eyeshadow and see what it ends up being. But I also, so I have no idea what it is. When I do one of these get ready with me videos, I always start out with blush, and I'm going to be using the LA Colors blush that's just called Pink Blush because I wanted something like really subtle for a blush because the rest of the makeup could be very fun and experimental, we'll put it that way. So I wanted something subtle. So I'm going to grab my old Essence blush brush and dip it in there and just put that on. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a very light pink blush, but that's what I wanted. It's just something subtle. So I just printed out a picture of Monique from Animal Crossing and took down the Hello Kitty poster because I haven't been playing Hello Kitty lately. And this is the next character I'm going to bring to my island is Monique. So I figured I would put her up on the wall there. Okay, now this highlighter was from one of the Wet n Wild Halloween collections, I believe. It just says Wet n Wild Trio Highlighter Cosmic Dust. I think this might have been from last year's collection, but how pretty is that? But we're just going to use all three colors, so I'm going to grab my Wet n Wild fan brush. Okay, so the blue is quite prominent there. But I can also see the silver. All three colors should be showing up. Oh, that's fun. Okay, now I'm going to take my Morphe Solo Artist Priming Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Debut. Grab my Sephora 57 concealer brush. And prime the eye area. I want to get right down into that lash line. And make sure I get plenty in that outside corner area that always gives me trouble. Okay, now I'm gonna need something like what I talked about in yesterday's video, like just a matte eyeshadow for the crease and outer corner. But this looks like a gray-based eyeshadow, so yeah, let me grab something like that. Okay, this is Urban Decay Tease. This is like a matte, cool-toned taupe, I would say. So let's do that. This is just a Moda brush. Not sure off the top of my head what would be a drugstore equivalent to Urban Decay Tease. It's kind of a unique color. I'm sure there is one, but doesn't occur to me at the moment. I always need way more eyeshadow on this side for some reason. When I do the other side, I only use half as much. I think it might have something to do with my light placement. I have studio lights completely surrounding me, and even more than that, too. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights around me. But if I ever need to replace the bulbs in my studio lights, I have one on either side. I think it's going to be difficult to find bulbs. So hopefully they'll last a long time. I've had these lights for quite a while, and I haven't had to replace them yet. Knock on wood. Okay, so I've got Urban Decay teas all over. I'm just going to do one eye at a time because I know this part takes a long time. And I'm going to, before I apply the lid shade though, I'm going to take my detail brush, and I'm also going to put some of this in the lower lash area, and then connect it to that corner. Okay, now I'm dying to try this. I actually made this morning. I don't usually get up and start pressing eyeshadows, but for whatever reason I really wanted to today. So yeah, I don't even know what pigment this was, but I can tell you it's from justpigments.com. That's where I get all my pigments and ingredients for pressing my eyeshadows. Now see how there's a dark spot right there? That's where I stuck my finger to do a swatch on my arm. So what I did do is I mixed a little bit of black iron oxide into this, because what I have discovered is when I'm pressing these eyeshadows is if I mix a little bit of black iron oxide into it, I don't need to put down a black cream base first. I can just use the eyeshadow or the pressed pigment the way it is without having to do that, because I always hated that step and I never knew how to get around that. So that's what I need to do is mix black iron oxide in with the pigment and all the other ingredients that I use. And then I don't have to put a black base. I love that. Okay, so just gonna show you the color. So this is a very like silvery color. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because the only silvers that I have from them I just bought recently, so maybe this wasn't what I thought it was. Maybe this is actually something else that I had. I'm getting like a flashback of an eyeshadow, silver eyeshadow that broke. So it might not be just pigments after all. It might be that silver eyeshadow that I used to have that was in a palette that broke. I'm not sure. It wasn't labeled, so okay, yeah, this doesn't have any kind of dual chrome or multi-chrome properties to it, so I think this might have been actually a Wet n Wild eyeshadow that I had in a palette that broke. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of special effects here. Yeah, I think this is from a Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers palette. Okay, well, that was a surprise because I thought it was going to be something very different than what it is, but that's okay because now it's in pressed form, so I have it again. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is my Revlon Colorstay Multiplayer Liquid Glide Eye Pencil in 403 Glitch Effect. And this is like a silvery gray. So let's put some of that on. Oh, this goes really good with this. Okay. Now, typically I would do something even darker in the outer part of my eye, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to put a little bit more of this eyeshadow. Layer it right on the outside because I added black to this, so it's got that in there. So I should be able to just layer this more and have the black show up. Have you noticed how many people are using their fingers now when they do their eye makeup? So the only time that you can't really use your fingers is when you're doing that crease work or the brow bone highlight. But for the outer corner, yeah, it's definitely darker on the outside there. So, all right, so let's grab the highlighter that I used. And let's take a clean brush. I want to use all three. All three colors, just drag my brush across and let's see what we get. Yeah, let's see what color we get. I would say it looks predominantly like it's a combination of the blue and the silver. I like it. And let's put a little in the inner corner. I like the way this look is turning out, and it's such a crazy assortment of products. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you like science and makeup and color, making your own eyeshadows is such a fun experience. The only thing is I've had to buy a lot of different kinds of ingredients to find a formula that I liked, but I feel like my shimmer formula is pretty much how I want it. The only thing is I still can't do a matte, so I'm still going to have to use all my matte commercial eyeshadows because I can't quite figure out what the issue is, but it's not just me. I know that other people have that problem too. All right, let's try out this Essence mascara. Wow, that is really, really shocking blue. That should look great with these colors I picked though for the eye look. Now, because most people's eyelashes are black, you're going to get a combination of the blue and the black. Must be really hard for people who don't have black eyelashes to get their mascara to look the way they want it. I never really thought about that. I haven't really met a lot of people in my life that have light colored eyelashes. All right, it doesn't look particularly blue to me. Let me look up so you can see. Yeah, that doesn't, I mean, it looks very blue on the one, but it doesn't look super blue on my lashes, I don't feel like. Well, well. All right, let me shut off the camera and do the other eye, and then I'm going to show you this crazy lipstick that I bought. Okay, for whatever reason, the color deposited better on this set of eyelashes than it did on the other one. Let me look up so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe I just had to get like the one in and out one more time. Let me try putting some more on the other eye. Okay, now I can see it on both eyes. All right. Now, the Halloween makeup collections typically come out in August, and when they do, somebody will usually release a black lip liner, and usually it's LA Colors that does with their Halloween collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lips with this black lip liner. And you don't want to use one of your black eyeliners on your lips because people have a lot of germs on their lips. So you don't want to transfer germs from your lips to your eyes because then you can give yourself an eye infection. These are usually very inexpensive, so it's worth your while to do that. All right, now the reason why I line my lips in black is because I'm going to show you this color now, the Revlon Lipstick Midnight Mystery. It's blue, but it's like a super dark blue. But will it look that way on my lips? Let me show you a swatch on my hand. See how dark that is? Now that's what it looks like on my hand, but keep in mind, by putting it on my lips, we're putting it over pink, my lips, you know? So yeah, this lipstick has like a black base to it. So if you're anxious to get started with your Halloween looks and you don't want to wait till the Halloween collections come out, this is part of Revlon's permanent line. Can you tell I'm really excited about the Halloween collections coming out in August? I've been talking about it a lot in recent videos. So this is definitely not for everybody's taste, but oh, I should have wore a pair of my Halloweeny type earrings. But I wanted to wear these because I don't wear these very often and I think they're really pretty. They're from Claire's. All right, so thank you for watching and subscribing. And if you like these experimental types of makeup videos, then give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel when you do. Thumbs up for Monique. Bye, guys.